Citizen, it's not sleeping, my friends. They started to launch these new designs offering the excitement of the finest Grand Seiko dials for more than convenient prices. Today we're looking at the exciting new 8 series compressor diver, a watch offered by Kulto for review. And we are going to compare it with the most hyped Citizen from YouTube with the aim to understand the quality versus the price difference between them. Citizen is attacking an interesting segment. They entered for good in this integrated bracelet hype, obviously based on the previous success. They offer a deadly combination between the Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe and Grand Seiko, basically using the best of these worlds, combining them in creative ways. And this is why the brand became one of the most interesting affordable brands, because it offers a bit of everything, tying them up with interesting and appealing dial colors. So in front of us we have the 8 Series 890 with a DNA of a diver, but an elegant diver which aims to keep the formal look of the mentioned uber luxury brands. It looks indeed formal with an elegant appearance, refined accents and a stunning dial, has a GADA profile with an increased 20 bar wall resistance and an inner rotating bezel which can be actioned from the 1 o'clock position, which kinda makes it a compressor diver concept. Although the inner bezel doesn't have a locking mechanism, it's floating and there is no loomed pip to set against the minute hand. Concluding that if you're looking for an 8 series, this watch offers basically both worlds, having diving capabilities. It's extremely robust, but it's more a watch for you to show off in the office and choose a Seiko SKX, for instance, for diving purposes or a sunny vacation. Which is actually curious because Citizen knows they're divers, and I'm unsure why they didn't complete the DNA of this compressor diver with a loom pip on the inner bezel or that locking mechanism. Now, the new 8 series concept relies pretty much on the Gerald Genta hype, there is no doubt about it. Citizen already launched 3 distinct models, the first one being the GMT model with a rounded two-tone bezel, followed by 3 hands faceted designs with the emphasis on the crown guard, and this GADA compressor diver concept with an octagonal bezel and guards on both sides to balance the design. What is interesting, this watch doesn't have a particular attraction point, the watch itself is an attraction point, because the case is interestingly crafted from additional parts to the case, which is made from a single block of stainless steel. So the layered faceted octagonal design has interesting accents, but the beautiful salmon dial completes equally with the overall design, so an eye-catcher from basically all aspects. As I was mentioning in the previous Citizen review, there is a new thing in Japan to apply these stunning patterns to the dials, which I believe is part of the Japanese culture, which usually it's based on different motifs or metaphors. But the thing is, Citizen took it seriously and applies from one generation to another more refined and more exciting dials like this stunning hive pattern, which has an asymmetrical diamond pattern inside of it. Not to mention how well it works with the salmon dial color. What is cool, initially I didn't even spotted this hive layout, which pretty much adds order to that diamond pattern, and I also love how the pattern reflects in the edge of the crystal because it provides more of a premium look. And due to the rich salmon dial color, a contrasted accent was needed, and the thick hands are coated into a gunmetal tone alongside the markers, outlines or the date window. This is actually a welcomed accent because it stays chromatically next to the salmon pattern and creates a balanced atmosphere within the dial. So besides being good looking, the dial offers a mix of elegant accents combined with those function first markers, like the rounded diving markers filled with loom, which works well with the thick hands filled as well with loom. In fact, the faceted hands are actually nicely tailored. The loom area is interrupted strategically to differentiate the hour from the minute hand, which are actually differentiated through thickness and length. The loom is okay, the areas are quite wide for a GADA or a perfect diving watch. It is green and pretty even compared to the more affordable titanium version, which had the markers lesser loomed in intensity compared to the hands. And the case, as I was mentioning, is equally impressive as the dial. We have a faceted tonneau case with additional crown guards on the sides. They are added to form an interesting modern take on the Genta design. The crown is atypical for a watch, looking like a compass crown. Also, the one which adjusts the bezel is different. It's thicker and more industrial, I'd say in line with the design language. the overall case is linearly brushed with nicely polished chamfers to create stunning accents on a wrist roll. And it happens, and although the case feels wide and big, on the wrist the case lays down beautifully. It wears slim and purposeful like a nice daily beater, which shouldn't bother you while doing your activities. Tied up to the case finishing, the H bracelet offers an interesting perceptual feeling due to the brushed linear rhythm accented by highly polished links on the bottom. I mean, I've seen this accent on more affordable bracelets, but in this case it looks premium. It looks well refined. I like the clasp. For me, it's one of the highlights of the watch. It's basically a one-piece clasp which continues the bracelet rhythm with double pushers on the sides, which really works as a closure composition with the bracelet. I'd say very nice. As wearability and comfort, although this is not titanium, it is well crafted and balanced to provide comfort. The case back is not thick, so the profile of the watch lays down with ease on the surface. Also, the bracelet links are well tailored to hug the wrist properly. Overall, a well crafted design for comfort. As movement and differentiator, Citizen added a premium anti-magnetic caliber named 9051, which is part of the Miyota Premium 9 series because Citizen owns Miyota. So these are enhanced calibers with more focus on the finishing level. They look very good. And they are pretty accurate, working between tolerances of -10 plus 20 seconds per day, being anti-magnetic up to 16,000 Gauss. So these are the highs and the lows tolerances, but I'm expecting to be more accurate than that, and I would say the movement is worthy of the product. Now, leaving the best for the end, the NJ series is basically a step up from the Tsuyosa line. I consider it better finished with a more enjoyable dial and way more comfortable due to the titanium construction. And the only thing is to determine if the new 8 series is worth double the price compared to this demonstrated value proposition of the NJ titanium series. Although they look similar in quality judging from the dial complexity, the finishing level feels slightly better on the 8 series, the markers, the hands are better refined. The case of the titanium NJ series is a tonneau at the base with lesser layers, where the multifaceted diamond-like design of the 8 series feels more complex with more focus on small little details that makes the watch to pop even more. Ultimately, the X factor on the titanium case of this $400 model is a cool addition and an extra compared to the $1,000 model. I do like the grey atmosphere with dark polished accents offered by this NJ0180, which it looks better from this perspective compared to the stainless steel one. Concluding that the 8 series, it is indeed double the price of the NJ model, but offers the right thing on the right areas. To be specific, the bracelet is better and tapered to offer the desired elegance with a slimmer, purposeful, elegant clasp. The movement is way better and more reliable compared to the off-the-shelf Miyota 8213. Also, the dial is better balanced from the lume perspective as well. So the price feels to be justified on this 8 series model. But I would still pay $400 for the titanium model because overall it offers quite a qualitative package for the money paid. In the end, I want to thank Kulto for sending this watch for review. I was really interested to compare the 8 series with YouTube's best value proposition, the NJ Titanium series, and it happened. Thank you very much. And I'm also curious to know, what do you think about this $1,000 8 series Citizen model? Please let me know in the comments below. And as usual, if you're new around, please consider subscribing for future episodes. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be brave and stay safe.